everybody. This is Donna with Miller Crafts. I want to say thank you so much for joining me today and spending some time with me. We are going to make a beach scene card today for a retirement card. So for this card, I have cardstock that came from Walmart. It was about $5. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera, but it has a white inside, a white core. So basically I just cut some of these strips out and we're just going to tear this. And this is going to cause us to have a sandy beach. So I'm just going to tear this just straight across. It doesn't have to be perfect because the sand and the waves are never going to be perfect. I do kind of want to get rid of that straight line because I don't think the sand has straight lines like that. So this card would be very easy to recreate. So this was a brown pack that I got from Walmart, and then this is a blues, and this is just scraps. And so I'm just gonna rip out these scrap papers here. Probably just have this going in behind here. So I think I'm gonna actually tear this side corner too, just to give it some extra dimension here. So I'll probably have the wave coming maybe something like that. This is going to be another wave. So anytime I think of retirement, I always want to go to the ocean. Like, that's where I'd want to spend my free time. So here's just another one. I'm just going to flip this going down. I'm just going to kind of mess with the placement of all of this because I'm not sure exactly where I want. This blue I'm going to leave. This is going to be my sky background. So that's going to be my beach. And then I kind of wanted this in here. I want to put this in behind that just to kind of give it some extra layers for the waves. And then probably just another layer in behind that. So I really kind of like the way that's looking, and I can just trim this little corner down at the bottom. So I think that looks pretty good. And anything that's hanging on the sides, I can just trim away. Okay, so for my images, I created these myself with Inkscape. These were just free clip art images, and I do make sure when I pick these off that I read the copyright on there, and the copyright for these was personal use. And I'm giving this card away, I'm not selling it, so I'm not making any money off of it, so that would definitely be okay for personal use. And then I have a sun in here, and the sun was just 2 circles off of the Cricut Design Space that were free. All right, so that's kind of what I'm looking at for my card. I think that looks really good. For my sentiment, I'm going to use Cards TV Mixed Messages. This is another one of my really favorite stamp sets. It just has all kinds of different sayings that I really like, and you can see the ones that I've stamped already. You're a treasure. Hello there, I've already used. Get your happy on, sending you monster hugs. I just really like this stamp set. I think it's pretty versatile. Today we're going to use the one that says smile. And I'm going to stamp this right onto the background itself. So I kind of wanted an idea of where this is going to go so I know where I'm going to place this at. So I think I'm going to want it probably somewhere around that area right there. And because I'm going to stamp this right on the background itself, I'm going to use my Tim Holtz stamping platform, which I believe you actually still can get on Amazon. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to place that in there just like this, so I kind of have an idea of where I'm going to want my stamp placement to go. So I'm going to kind of want it right in this area. I'm going to take all this stuff off for now. And then what I have here, is a piece of plastic. So I use this a lot to help me whenever I am trying to figure out placements. So I know that it's going to be on there and it's going to be nice and straight. I know that this was going to be somewhere right in here. And that looks pretty straight. I have this in the corner. I have my blue paper in the corner. I have to put a magnet on there. All right, that looks good. So I'm gonna pick that off. And we're nice and straight on there. All right, and because this is the first time with me using this stamp, I'm actually not going to stamp it first on the card I want. I'm going to stamp it on a piece of scrap paper first. Okay, so I found me some scrap paper. Whenever you first get a stamp, you really don't want to stamp it the very first time on your project because the first couple stamps, the stamp has a film on it and they won't stamp out very well the very first couple times. So you just want some kind of scrap paper to just stamp on. That one actually did really well for the first time. I'm impressed with that. A lot of stamps don't do that well. Okay, well, I think for the first time around with that stamp, that looks really good. So you can see this stamp set is really good. I mean, that was the first time. I could have just used a stamp block for that even. All right, so then all I have to do is just glue this down, and this was a very quick card. Very quick, very easy, and very cost efficient because this paper pack, it was only $5. You can't get any cheaper than that. So I'm using my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to glue these down using the art glitter glue. And I'm going to have to start with the back piece first and then work my way forward. So I'm going to have to kind of put these back where I think I'm going to want them to go. And then I'm going to have to put this down the way I really want it to be. So I think something like that will look good. So I'm going to try to go for that. Okay, now I have my pieces on some foam mat. So I'm just going to take those off. I'm going to stick that down right there. And I'm going to take my beach umbrella and take the foam tape off of it. Lay that down there. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's thunderstorming where I'm living right now. We'll put our little sun there. It'd be a lot nicer to be at the beach today than it would be outside where it's storming. So my favorite beach to go to is the Outer Banks. So I'm just going to cut that little piece off right there before I glue this down. So anything that looks like it's hanging off. And I actually made this to be the exact same size as the card front. Just cut anything that looks like it's hanging off there. Sometimes it's easier to get it from the back, I don't know. All right. Okay, so that is our card front. That was very fast to do. And if you can make your own images, and if you want to know how to make those images, I will link to that in this video. But I did a video on how to make your own images on Inkscape. It is very easy. It doesn't cost any money. Inkscape is free. And a lot of times it only takes a couple clicks and then you have your image. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down onto my card base, and then we'll look at this final card. Okay, so here is a look at the final card. I like this. It says smile on there. I think this really looks like the beach and the waves to me. It was just really bringing me back to my vacations, and I love beach vacations. And on the inside, it says, let the retirement begin. No, that is not what it says. It says, let the relaxation begin. Happy retirement. So I hope you like this card. You could use any image that you could find, a lawn chair and an umbrella from Cricut Design Space. So I hope you like this, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again on another video. Bye now.